everybody, welcome to another Common Grounds Meet the Members. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jo Stevens, and I actually have several different things that I do because I'm a crazy woman who likes to do many different things. I have my business called Quirky Habits. I'm the co-host of Ladies Who Long Lunch, and then here I am, the coordinator of Common Grounds. But today is not about me. Today is about meeting our amazing members, and we have the amazing Lisa here. Hi, Lisa.
Hello, everyone.
Now, Lisa, would you like to introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are and what your business name is?
Can do. So my name is Lisa Millstead and my business name is Corrections, and it's actually 4 years old today.
Wow, today, 4 years
Yep.
old today. Happy birthday.
His birthday.
That is fantastic. Well done, love. Like in business, everybody knows it's so hard, really sometimes to even get past that 12 months, but to reach that 4-year mark, that is impressive. Now, first up, though, I actually would like you, because corrections, can you tell everybody how it's spelled? Because it has that little bit, a bit of a quirkiness, and we'll get into that in a minute. But can you tell us how it's spelled, please?
Yeah. So COREKSHUNS.
And can you tell everybody about why it is called? It comes down to exactly what you do. So can you tell everybody that?
That's it. So I am a copy editor, not a copywriter. And the reasoning around a business name was the whole fun play on something that's spelt incorrectly.
And with that, then, can you explain a little bit more about what the difference is between, you said you're not a copywriter, you're a copy editor. Can you explain to everybody what that is and what the difference is?
Yep. So copywriters, they're the ones that will be pumping out all of the copy. So they'll be writing emails, websites, that kind of stuff. And then I will be working in behind them, editing that work. So we pretty much team up to produce the actual copy, which is copy is another word for content or written word, basically anything that you see written down.
So you're basically then picking up, so copywriters, they send it to you so they can, like, you can go, the little red lines. So you can pick it up and go, this is where they're, what they've done wrong. So it's just helping those copywriters to make sure that their work is looking correct. Is that right?
Yeah, and it's all about, so we do, typos, that kind of stuff, but it is looking for consistency. And if they're working with brands, then they're pumping out copy across all different platforms. So we're looking to make sure everything's aligned and, meeting their tone of voice, that kind of stuff as well.
So it's really then about knowing the market, the target, the actual, like, whoever the copywriter is writing for, you need to know about them as well, because it's like working as a team. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah. So with the copywriters, they'll often have a brief template. And that's what they will work with their client. So it's really easy for them to just shoot that over to me to be able to follow that as well, so that we're all on the same page.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so coming with that into 4 years, have you found like that's it's great working with the copywriters, or do you have a certain target market, or is it just really like, as well, is there anybody that say they have their own, like say for me, I've written my own stuff, but I just want someone to look over it. Is that where you work as well, or is it really specifically with copywriters?
I am open to working with everyone, because, a lot of people can do with the help. But I found that I started to gear towards the copywriters because they have that consistent work coming in. And it just makes it a lot easier because you get to learn about their style. So then when you're editing, you've actually got a lot more knowledge behind you to work with. So when you're doing ad hoc, it's a lot harder to try and understand their voice and what they have written previously. So you end up doing a lot more work. But I do actually have a DIY side of the business as well, which is geared a lot more towards people that are doing their own writing.
Can you tell us a bit more about that? What is that? Does that entail?
Yep, sure. So that one is a lot of resources. So the freebies, webinars, and I'm looking at doing some workshops and that as well. It's all in work in progress with the bigger pieces.
We all are doing that. Yes, go on.
Exactly. So the idea around that is so that people can just download all of that information, and as they're writing their own work, they've just got some tips and tricks to be able to follow to just essentially get them over the line.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people aren't in a financial position to be able to outsource. So the idea is to have some kind of resource just to help a little bit.
Oh, that's
So
fantastic. Oh, I definitely need to know. There's many small businesses who absolutely love that. So can you tell me about though, why are you like, this is probably sometimes for some people, what a bit of a boring job, but why are you passionate about it? What makes you passionate about your business?
So I always get an aneurysm when I'm reading the internet and there's typos and things that just, oh, it's crazy. But no, it actually stems right back to probably primary, I would even say primary school. Just had a love for it. So everyone would utilize me to look over assignments. And yeah, that just geared into when I was working with Suncorp, all the documentation would come through me, all of the SOPs, everything like that. And then I just found a passion for it. And I think I just love the improvement that you see afterwards.
Yeah.
And that's where the passion lays. So yeah.
So it does. So obviously for some people that's like, oh my gosh, but for you it kind of excites you and you really enjoy it. And that's the thing about it, is having a job or your own business that makes you passionate about it and you enjoy doing it. It makes you want to do it more. I mean, that is the reason why you continue on. Here we go, 4 years down the track, doing that. It's just like the way to go and helping people in that way. So we've talked a little bit about like you're saying you're putting together this program, for people like me, small business owners, wanting to do it DIY, and you talked a bit about like, your clients. But what is it like, where is it like who is it like, we're putting this out there to the world. Who is it that you want to attract, like, to come into business with, and who is the kind of person? We talked a bit about copywriters, but is there a specific area or something that so people have a bit of more of an idea?
Yeah. I don't necessarily have a niche in the copywriting space, but I have found that the clients that I tend to steer towards are very outspoken and they like to break the rules. And I think that's what makes it so exciting, is we get to break those rules together. So because we know them, we know what we can break.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of copywriters who just want to literally follow their audience's voice, which is perfect. That's the idea. But then there's copywriters who are like, let's throw this on its head. Let's just completely overhaul your entire business and let's actually get down into the nitty-gritty. So it's those ones who really have that passion to get right down into the personality of the person running the business as well. So yeah, I've found there's a lot of levels that copywriters write at, and they're all great. They're all great for different things. But that niche probably of the ones that, they love to throw in the swear words, or they love to just throw out, I don't know, just crazy rules. They're like, we're not going to
We
use an
love that.
apostrophe over this.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That actually throws me to your other business that you have, because like talking about like just throwing out the words out there. Do you want to tell everybody a little bit about what your other passion is that you do and that you can offer as well?
Sure. So we'll try and do this one without crying. Just heads up. Okay. So the other one is called Sheba and Millie. I'm Millie because of Millstead shortened,
Yeah.
and then Sheba is actually my little plush Shiba Inu dog. I don't know, Japanese Inu. So it's us conquering the world essentially. So it started off when my partner had pancreatic cancer, and everyone was trying to give us money and that, and we're like, no, no, no. So I ended up launching a business with a design on it, and the design was from his cancer process and then a tattoo that he had on his arm. So it is Live Fast, Die Awesome. And so unfortunately we lost him just over a year ago now. So over the course of his journey, we ended up releasing some more designs, and the business grew a little bit like that. And then since we've lost him, I've actually now done a complete overhaul of the business. So we do still have his design on there, but what I've actually changed it to is comic relief for coping.
Yeah.
So the idea around that is that during that journey, we literally just relied on dark humor and looking for anything positive we could find. And we made jokes out of everything in a healthy way. So it
Yeah.
wasn't like that we were like putting it off or anything like that. It was, instead of turning to something that was really detrimental to us, it was, all right, let's find a good way to go about this. And it was really about our personality in that as well. That was who both of us were.
And I love that because that's like, so you have I notice there's t-shirts, there's hoodies, all sorts of things, and they have some funny, really funny, crazy sayings on there. You've got to check them out, people. They're hilarious. And I absolutely love that. That's why I wanted to bring that up, because when you're talking about like you like to break the mold in your everyday job, definitely this is what it is, breaking the mold in this area. So if you're looking for some funny t-shirts, hoodies, and things like that are a little bit different, definitely have to check that out. It's definitely worthwhile. It's so hilarious. I love it. I just have to say thank you, love. And and I know that that is it's still very raw for you, and people can, follow that journey on Sheba and Millie, and work out about that. I did say that right, didn't I? Sheba and Millie.
Correct.
And, learn more about that, but also just see your amazing designs that you have, which are incredible. And we'll make sure that we share about corrections, and so that the way people can follow you there and work out all about that as well. But let's kind of end on a good note. Is there, because you've talked a bit about positivity and the dark humor, do you have one piece of advice or a quote or something that you live by to help you get through the everyday?
Yeah, that is the live fast, die awesome.
Yeah.
That's wraps everything up. It is just get in, have fun, and we're all going to die anyway. So let's enjoy it.
Absolutely, love. Enjoy life every day. Do live it the best that you can, and be the best version of yourself every day. I love that. Well, love, thank you so much for your time. And as I said, I'll share all the links from today, and then you can follow Lisa and her journey and what's happening in her businesses. And I really appreciate it. Thanks so much, love. It's great to chat with you. And thanks, everybody. Have a great day.